Hey guys, welcome back to Beautifully Nasty with your hosts Courtney and Daniel.
Daniel, that's me. I always say Daniel. I don't know why.
I think you say a lot of words like that.
Daniel.
Anyways, so we've got a new interesting video every week coming now, and we have finally come up with a title, and it is Beautifully Now.
Beautifully now.
What are we going to be talking about, Daniel?
Stuff that's now and beautiful.
Exactly.
Beautifully now. You get it? Because it's like beautifully nasty, and it's stuff that's happening now, and we put it together, make it beautifully now.
And it may be a little bit nasty.
Maybe. Maybe a little bit nasty.
All right. So, by the way, we do love the support of some of our people saying that they're excited about us having 2 episodes a week.
Yeah.
So we
That's
thought
awesome.
We wanted to spend more time with you guys. So this is what we came up with. And also we got videos in the works.
Mm-hmm.
So we're really excited. But let's get down to business.
Business.
Beautiful business.
Beautiful That's...
I don't think I've prepared you for that one.
So you know how Good Mythical Morning has this company called the Mythical Entertainment?
Yeah.
When we get big and stuff, our business should be called Beautiful Business.
Ooh, I like that.
Instead of Mythical Entertainment.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
It's kind of beautiful.
Beautiful. But yeah, this is Beautifully Now, number 1.
So, have you heard anything new recently, Daniel?
No, I stay in my room and I play video games all day.
Well, dang.
Well, I do know that net neutrality is a big thing. It's hot right now.
I was reading about some of that today.
Yeah, I got some notes here. Every couple of years, there's a net neutrality scare. People think the world's going to end because of it. Do you know much about it?
I do not. I know a little, very little.
Well, I know very little too. Which I think everyone should be educated on net neutrality. First of all, how to say it, and then what it is, because it is a scary thing. Like, the thing is about this podcast, I don't want to go too political.
Yeah.
In the podcast, but it does affect the podcast. It affects everyone watching and everyone on the internet. So I believe this is a good format to talk about it. But basically, net neutrality protects our free speech on the internet. We can say or do what we want. We can look up what we want. We want to look up whatever we can.
Yeah, I've seen where Ethan referred to being able to watch porn.
Yeah. But in 2015, the Federal Communications Commission, which is the FCC, which is a common acronym that you'll hear a lot in net neutrality, FCC, they adopted these rules that let us have free speech on the internet. You know?
Okay.
It was like a Wild West type thing with no laws, but now it's like it protects us from interference.
Yeah.
But now there's a new chairman of the FCC, very new this year. His name is Ajit Pai.
Okay.
Our president appointed this guy as chairman.
But does he eat pie?
Honestly, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing the guy's name right. But I don't care, because once you know this about him, you won't care how you pronounce his name, because he's an evil man. He wants to destroy the net neutrality rules.
Ooh.
He wants to allow companies like AT&T, Comcast, and Verizon to control what we do and say on the internet.
That's really messed up.
I have a website that I'm going to link in the description, letting you see what the internet will look like without net neutrality, which is very interesting. It's basically no free speech. Basically, these companies are going to have, if there's going to be no net neutrality at all, these companies are going to have these packages. You can access Facebook and YouTube for $60 a month.
I saw a picture online that was saying, it was comparing Netflix, how you get to watch Netflix.
It's basically
and it was making
TV packages.
Yeah, it was making it $60 to see unlimited certain amount of sites.
Yes.
Certain sites.
Yes.
And I was just like, that's kind of messed up. I don't want a subscription of what I'm going to look on the internet. That's kind of dumb.
Imagine you have AT&T. Imagine you have AT&T, your internet service provider, and they will allow you to go on Facebook. They will allow you to go on Netflix. But once you go on Hulu.com, a thing will pop up saying, "I'm sorry, this is not allowed on our ISP or on your package or whatever. This is not allowed on your current package. Please upgrade."
I thought I moved out of my parents' house so that I wouldn't be monitored all the time with what I watch and what I look at on the internet. But I guess apparently that the world does not want to allow that for some odd reason. But I feel like this is going to turn out to be a lot worse than people think. Like, not even just for us, people that actually look at this stuff, but I mean, people are so into like getting things for free now that I feel like it's going to come down to where they're going to be like, you know what? No, I don't want to do this. I don't want to pay that much money. You know what? I'll just start living out a little more with friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And guess what's going to happen? Those politicians and those people that make money off their shows online now, because, you know, Jimmy Fallon and a lot of them, they do the late night show, yes, but they also started doing this thing where they put more of their stuff on YouTube now so that they can get more money, you know, that way too. But anyways, I feel like a lot of that's going to like put them out because slowly they're going to lose people wanting to look at the internet stuff. Because yes, we're so hooked to the internet, but we're also so hooked to not paying money.
So basically, like, the reason why these companies like Blockbuster and stuff went out of business because we don't want to pay money for gas, you know, to get up and watch. And
a membership.
We just stay in bed in our underwear and watch Netflix.
Well,
Press one button. Like, with the net neutrality thing, we're going to have net neutrality. Basically what you're saying, because there's no market in that. It's literally no market.
Because if you think about it, that's where we see all of our ads. That's where we see like everything that's up to date.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you think word gets around to a lot of things? That's some people, that's their job. They put blogs on certain sites. They get, you know, sponsored for certain things and stuff like that. It's going to not just hurt us as viewers. It's going to hurt people that are putting their stuff out on the internet.
And there's going to be a way around it.
Oh,
you know, there's this thing called the deep web. Ever heard of it?
Little, very little.
Basically, the deep web is like, it's the internet that you can't see, but you have to have a special browser to look into it.
Wow.
Like, the internet that you see now is only 1%. The deep web is the other 99%.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
There's
actually.
like crazy stuff. Like, there's it goes from like, it's on social media. It goes to like Amazon.com for drugs, and it goes to sex trafficking and really weird.
It's
weird
really
stuff.
been myths that like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you know, you can buy drugs on the dark deep web, you know, things like that. So I've always heard little like myths and things like that. Never really knew if it was a real thing. Also, I mean, there was a lot of things I didn't know of. Like, I didn't even know of 4chan until I met you guys. So that was also a big thing. But there's a lot in the world that I don't know. A lot in the internet I don't know. And it's just, I don't know. It's weird to see.
Yeah, well, with the deep web, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can get around the non-net neutrality internet with the deep web. I mean, come on.
But you know what? Somebody is going to be pretty smart enough to make some kind of access for everybody that is going to start like going, hey, you know what? Here you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's going to spread like real crazy.
But I heard that they're going to vote for it in like December 15th or 16th. And there's a website you can go to. I forgot what it is, but I'll link down in the description.
Yeah.
Where you can, I think it's either you email the government or you vote no. I'm not sure what it is, but if you go there, you'll help out.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to probably go into this.
I got to look into it more because it is a scary thing.
It is a scary thing. Like, this is what affects, one, our podcast. And then, two, this affects, like, my everyday life. This affects my family, my friends, things like that. Like, this is how I keep up with people. And I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm not going to pay a load of money.
You already pay for internet.
Yeah, exactly.
I already pay like $80 a month for internet.
Yeah, on top of that. You know what I mean?
And I'm not going to pay certain packages to get on certain websites.
Yeah, I'm just not. Like, before I ever get into doing that, I'm going to, if I have to literally go back to getting cable, I'll do it. I'll go ahead and get back to basic cable, and I'll just chill.
You can get a HD receiver or something. You can get free TV if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But like, it's not going to work, even if they tried, because the Mark Zuckerberg, he's against it. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Facebook, the biggest
See,
website
that's what
on
I'm
the
saying.
internet.
I feel like if we grab a bunch of our like really
Bill
important
Gates.
people, a bunch of really important people, and then on top of that, if we all start doing something to stop all this,
Yeah.
I believe we can get through and we can stop, a lot of what's going to come this way.
Mm-hmm.
But in other news, I have recently been seeing a lot about Jim Carrey.
Oh, Jim Carrey.
And this hurts my heart because Jim Carrey is one of my favorite comedians. He's probably up there in like the top 5 or top 10. And he's been around for a while. I mean, I grew up with Jim Carrey. It was really hard when we lost Robin Williams.
Oh gosh.
So, that being said, sorry. Seeing Jim Carrey go through what's going on right now in his life is very heart-wrenching.
Well, you know about his ex-wife, right?
Yeah, he was actually being accused of leading her to death.
Mm-hmm. And I think being really, really famous, for one thing, people going crazy with him and stuff, that can make you go crazy.
Yeah.
Then the wife thing, she committed suicide and he found her, right? Mm-hmm. Dead. That can make you go crazy. So that's two things happening.
But I think what really hurt him
and now people are accusing him. Yeah, people are accusing him.
Even the police did. The police accused him of some kind of like, like how, I don't even know the technical terms, but they believe that he led her to do it, to kill herself. And I think that really hurt him because to be considered to had killed, like make your wife kill herself, that's really touchy. Like you shouldn't even get there. So, you know what I mean?
So him being like, I don't know, do you think he's going crazy? Or
No.
do you think it's a promotion to get him in the limelight more a little bit? Because you don't hear much from him that much.
No. Okay, so I follow him on Twitter a little bit. Or I did. I don't know if I still have him, but I was seeing a lot of his stuff, and he's really good at art. Like, he's really good at painting.
Have you seen his short documentary about that?
No, I haven't actually.
You got to see it. It's only like 10 minutes long or something. Like
all I know is I read and then I didn't even know he was Canadian for a long time. So I thought that was kind of funny because I was like, oh, I didn't know that about him. But so he has a lot of beliefs that like it was totally not what I thought, but like it was interesting to know. But like his career will ever be like a big part of his artwork, I feel like. And a lot of people right now, they're getting into this whole thing of like, because I guess a lot of reporters have stopped him on the red carpet along the way and have like asked him several questions about like just like random things, like what he's doing in life, what kind of movies they should look forward to, things like that. And like just all these questions, and the way he answered it sounded crazy. Like they were like, what? I mean, he was just like, oh, I believe that we're this and we're that and that. And, I mean, it just sounded like nonsense when he said it, but.
He's like, we don't exist.
Yeah.
We're in a movie called Life and you are the main character. And you are not you. You're just a figment of your imagination.
Yeah. I mean, he went on a whole spiral when he was talking to them, and they were just like, is he okay? Like, is he going through a midlife crisis, things like that. But like, honestly, this man has been through a lot.
He's been through way, a lot too much. I
mean, you got to think. He's looked at as one of the best comedians. He really is.
He's the highest paid comedian. No, that's Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, I was about to say. But no, I feel like he's just had enough. You know what I mean? I mean, he's famous and he has to deal with a lot of publicity and a lot of like pressure building on him, like especially now that he doesn't have his wife alongside of him. You know what I mean? And I think he has a daughter too.
Yes.
So you gotta think like he's just got a lot going on, like, and then on top of that, like we haven't seen a movie from him in a while, I feel like. And at least I think so. Like, I'm not really too sure, but I haven't seen a movie from him for a while.
I think the last movie he was in recently was Dumb and Dumber 2.
Yeah.
Which was okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he's been going through a mess. Like, I don't think it's necessarily crazy. I just think that right now he's really stressed. and he just wants to focus on other things besides being an actor and being in movies. Because if you noticed, he's not as funny crazy as he is on the red carpet. Because even when he promotes movies, he gets all like crazy like.
He went to this event, which he never goes to this event. He went to like this top idols event, like the people that inspire people, and he went there, and someone was like, "Oh, Jim Carrey's here," and they're like, "Why are you here, Jim Carrey?" He's like, "Well, I just decided to go to the most useless thing I can think of, and now I'm here."
Wow.
So he was like, I don't know, he went crazy. He went crazy, and he went to that event. He was like, I was trying to find the most useless thing I can think of, and I'm here.
I just think his personal life is just really making him go through all this right now. And then, I mean, once you get up there in age on top of that, I feel like you start to think of things more in detail. Because even my mom has done it. Like, I mean, my mom has said several times, like, some things that she never thought about when she was younger. And, like, almost to the point where she's even cried about it.
Oh.
So, like, I can understand getting at that age, and then on top of that, where they're at in that journey and the people that he's lost and stuff. So I know what he's going through. Like, I can see that he's obviously going through something, but I don't think that we should like make a big deal of it, because if he is going through something, let's be supportive. Let's let him know that we're always here. Because I mean, look, Robin Williams, nobody knew this man was going through all this. I mean, there may have been a couple of people, but it wasn't like the whole world just knew he was depressed and stuff, you know?
Yeah, I can add a little bit of conspiracy to it. Jim Carrey's just releasing a documentary. He may be adding some spotlight to that.
That too.
Documentary is. Have you seen Man on the Moon? Jim Carrey. It's my favorite Jim Carrey movie.
I don't remember if I have or not.
It's my favorite Jim Carrey movie. Ever heard of a comedian called Andy Kaufman?
Oh yes. I have seen that. Yeah,
you know
acts as him. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a documentary.
I heard he
movie.
got really into that part too.
Well, that's what the documentary is so about. He said that whenever he started making that movie, it's like Andy Kaufman engulfed him, and he became Andy Kaufman, and he was actually Andy Kaufman throughout the whole filming process.
Yeah.
Like, and breaks and stuff, and it got to the point where
it showed little clips of him like actually acting it.
Yeah.
Well, not acting, but you know.
It got to the point where it like drove people insane.
Yeah.
Like he was.
I heard people were getting really annoyed.
Yeah. But he was like, he can't help it. And he was having dinner with one of Andy Kaufman's best friends, Danny DeVito. He was having lunch with Danny DeVito, and Danny DeVito was like, that's Andy Kaufman. He could see it right in his eyes.
Wow.
And he's like, I knew it. Like,
I mean, that was a really strange movie, I felt like.
It's
when
my
I
favorite.
watched it.
It's my favorite Jim Carrey movie.
It was like all over the place, but like, I don't know. Like, he did really good with that part.
He did the best.
To be able to get into that character and actually do something.
He did the best in acting I've seen in that movie, probably. Most likely. Well, have you seen Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
Yes,
with,
I have.
Kate Winslet.
Winslow? Or...
Winslet. She was in Titanic.
Yeah.
Kate
I know
Winslet.
she had blue hair in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty intense,
That
too.
was really good.
That had my mind flipped.
Yeah, it was
like crazy.
It was trippy.
But, on other news, I haven't read too much into this, but Paris Hilton thinks that she made selfies what they are now today.
That's
that
a
she
lie.
invented it. She invented selfies 11 years ago.
Nope. I know who invented it. It was Paul McCartney, and I'm about to look it up right now. The person who invented selfies was Paul McCartney. Now, the term selfie was coined.
But I mean,
was coined on Instagram, and it wasn't Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton.
Here's the thing, though. We've been taking pictures for years. We've took pictures of ourselves with other people for years, and took pictures of ourselves and just never called it selfies. Yeah.
That's the first recorded selfie.
I mean, I personally feel like it was just a term that became more modern. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like saying like things are lit, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like it necessarily is something that people, you know what I mean? Like, I don't read a book and go, oh, what is this particular portrait called? A selfie. No, like.
Well, Paris Hilton's trying to get people to talk about her because she's a doink.
Well, I mean, Paris Hilton had a bunch of issues back in the day anyways. Plus, I mean,
Wasn't
she's
she
not
in
even
jail?
a big deal now. Yeah, I think she went in jail for like, what, a couple days or so? Or like a couple hours or something like that.
Why was that?
I don't remember, actually. I just remember they made such a big deal about her getting out of jail. I mean, it just, to me, I'm not a big fan of Paris Hilton.
No.
I'm not.
She's I don't see any talent in her. I'm sorry, but I don't see any talent in
either.
Paris Hilton.
Well, I mean, you gotta think. Her dad owns like a bunch of like hotels. Like,
well,
I mean, it's really not anything particular.
If you have enough money, you can buy fame.
Oh yeah.
If you have enough money.
I mean, just think the Kardashians.
Yeah, they.
Do you know how the Kardashians even became famous?
Not really. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't keep up with them.
The Kardashians. Wow. The Kardashians. Their father actually used to own a bunch of like, what do you call it? Like properties and stuff like that. I guess hotels basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really remember all of his history, but they got famous off of something he did, something of his. And when he passed on, that's when not Kim. Well, Kim's mom. What's her name? I can't even remember her name. That's how bad I don't even know.
Kim.
No, that's Kim is Kim. Kim's mom is not Kim.
She's named after her mom.
But she married another man, which, as we know, is now a woman, I guess. And that's what kept their fame. You know what I mean? Like, that's what kept their money going. But like they never actually had anything like talents or whatever, you know? I mean, they weren't like singers and like actors and things like that. That just came along once they got a little more famous, you know what I mean? And that's only because people started like keeping up with them actually from the show. I mean, the show, which is so dumb because like
reality shows are stupid.
It's crazy though because like I say I don't like it, but like it's actually funny to watch. Like the show itself is really funny. Like I hate to say that. But, like, I watched an episode where she, like, lost her earrings in, like, the ocean. And I thought it was, like, kind of funny. But, like, it's stupid funny. Like,
the only reality shows I really like are, like, food travel stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Or, I like to watch, the, like, ghost hunters and stuff. I know it's, like, probably not real.
Gosh, you know what I used to watch when we were kids?
What?
The Bounty Hunter.
Bounty Hunter? Dog? You remember Chris Angel?
Yeah.
You remember Chris Angel got so big that he had Dog as a cameo like all the time? That was his best friend. That was like Post Malone to Ethan.
Yeah, it's so weird to think that those people are not even that big of a deal now.
Nobody cares about Chris Angel.
I used to watch them all the time.
Nobody cares about Chris Angel
Like
anymore.
I was so like fascinated.
I'm sorry, Chris Angel. Like I was so into him.
Oh yeah,
like,
I was too.
As a musician, as a magician, like he's really good. I heard that his live performances are really good. But when you're doing TV magic, that's not real magic because you can do the same trick a million times and just show the one that worked. And only have that shown on TV.
Oh, yeah.
That's how Dude Perfect does it.
I don't know. Like, there's just a lot of things now that has just changed with reality TV. I mean, I used to watch Jersey Shore, but that was because it was stupid. And
I used to watch the Osbournes.
The Osbournes? Oh, my God. I used to watch the Osbournes, too.
I love the Osbournes.
They were so stupid. I'll never forget the episode I watched of, like, Ozzy Osbourne trying to, like, do something with a trash can in his kitchen, like trying to learn something with a trash can. I don't know. And I just thought it was stupid. I was like, he really doesn't know how to work this thing. Like,
I remember in middle school and high school, it was like it was a thing to yell Sharon.
Oh God, yeah.
Everyone was like that.
The crazy train will come after you then.
So, heard anything else this week that's going on?
I mean, I heard that somebody on SNL, a group. Chance the Rapper, not the group, sorry. Chance the Rapper did a song about Barack Obama.
What are the chances of that?
I guess they really gave that rapper a chance.
That's so funny.
I'm just kidding.
Everyone's clicking off right now.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, these guys are just stupid. But no, I heard that they were, trying to get basically do a little song for him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's SNL we're talking about here, you know, like, I mean, I feel like when you watch that, it's automatic, like, humor. SNL has changed a lot.
It changed a lot.
Like, it's got a lot of, like, millennials and, like, people from the internet now.
Keenan's on there.
Keenan? Oh, yeah. He's always been on there, though.
He's
been
awesome.
on there for a while.
He's the best.
He's pretty funny. I love
He's
his
really
stuff.
funny.
I love his skits and that.
I love Keenan. It's so sad that, like, Keenan and Kel aren't friends, really. They never were friends. They never really hung out. They just were business friends.
Yeah. Also, I remember last week, I think I read about, what was it, Ellen Page getting with Gerard Way about a movie?
Yeah, I think there's some kind of movie that Gerard Way and Ellen Page is going to do. I think it's going to be on Netflix. I'm not sure what it's going to be about, but
Honestly, I'm interested in that because those are two of my favorite kind of people. I mean, come on, that's like, okay, for instance, just recently I heard about Warped Tour, how it's ending. Okay, the Vans Off the Wall Warped Tour, whatever it's called.
I heard that Katy Perry might be in the last Warped Tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I heard that everybody's trying to, like, gang up together to get
My Chemical Romance
to come back together.
That would be such a perfect ending.
Do you think it's going to happen, though?
No.
Why you say that?
Because Gerard was the reason why My Chemical Romance broke apart, because he was such a abusive alcoholic.
I heard he's changed a lot, though. Like, he's actually even gotten a little thicker.
When you put people in that much of trauma, I don't think people are going to want to be around you anymore.
Yeah.
Ever. Like, he really put those people in a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Like, he was throwing stuff and just being belligerent. I don't think they're coming together.
No.
Not anytime.
I mean,
never.
It is sad to see that the tour is going to be over with, because a lot of people, like, I have a lot of Facebook friends that, like, you know, took pictures of themselves there and stuff like that. So, I mean, it sucks for them, you know. I always wanted to go.
I've been to one.
I know you have.
I've been to
pictures.
Warped Tour 2015.
Never got to go.
God, can I tell my story about that?
Go ahead.
Okay. So I went to Warped Tour 2015 in, I believe it was Charlotte. I'm not sure. No, I don't remember. It was in North Carolina. We went there in the middle of summer, and my stupid brain was like, summer, it's going to be all right. It's not going to be hot. So I went there. I didn't pack anything. The people right now who's been to Warped Tour is like, you didn't pack anything? You didn't prepare? No, I didn't pack anything. I was stupid. Never went to Warped Tour. Never went to an outside music festival. I went there, waited in this long line for about 4 hours, in the intense heat.
Wow.
Yeah, I had sunburn, major sunburn.
I bet.
We didn't have sunscreen or water.
Man, you really didn't come prepared.
My mouth was dry.
Gosh.
Luckily, these people came around with water, like a big, huge thing of water.
Mm-hmm.
It was $5 a bottle.
$5?
I bought the bottle of water for $5.
Okay.
But guess what?
What?
The water was completely frozen. So I had to wait for one drop of water, and we passed the water bottle along our group of friends. So we were like shaking it, moving it around, making it up.
Man.
They're like, one drip, then we pass it around, another drip for each person.
Wow.
One drop of water.
That's crazy.
And each drop was heaven. Each drop was amazing.
I bet after all that time.
And then right when we got in there, we went to the nearest vending place and got something and just chugged it. Wow. We were dehydrated.
That's
we
crazy.
had
Who
a headache.
did you go with?
I went with Seth, Kane, and Dalton. We met Riff Raff.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I was like this close to him.
Why didn't you get a picture with him?
I was just in the moment. Like when you're with Riff Raff, you just want to be in the moment.
I feel like with Riff Raff, like, he takes pictures with you. It's not even like you take pictures with him.
You're so captivated of what he has to say.
Speaking of, have you seen him? How built he is now? He's took up bodybuilding now.
He was late to his own concert. He was late. He had this like hype man up doing, hey, 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 hey. He's like doing that for a good 30 minutes.
I feel like he is a mess, I swear.
He's
but like
crazy.
I've seen like a ton of people get pictures with him. I feel like he's just probably one of those dudes that wants to be seen in photos on Instagram.
I saw Asking Alexandra live. Saw Pierce DeVille. All these middle school emo bands.
Do you know how many like middle schoolers are like jealous of you right now at this very moment?
I saw. Oh, Pierce DeVille and this band called Cuckoo Kangaroo. So Pierce DeVille was playing, and Cuckoo Kangaroo was right next to them, and Cuckoo Kangaroo was like warming up, but they were really loud. And Pierce DeVille stopped everything. They were like, "Shut up!"
Wow.
They were so mad at Cuckoo Kangaroo. It was so funny. And then I got hit in the face with I think it was a condom.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it was.
Honestly, I
washed my face after that because I didn't want to check if it was used, but I washed my face anyway.
Wow.
But there was a Trojan advertisement on the back of an airplane in the sky. So I don't know if it fell from that plane.
Wow.
Or I don't know. They handed out free Monster drinks.
The world may never know.
They handed out free Monster drinks.
So you mean to tell me you had to pay $5 for a water bottle,
yes,
but you got free Monsters?
Yep, I don't understand.
That's just crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's odd to me. Honestly, I've been to a couple of concerts, but not very many. I always wanted to go to what is that concert that comes out every year that everybody? Oh, Coachella.
Oh.
I've been tempted to go to that just to see what it's like, but
there's a in the entrance there's a pole, and it has a plank in it, and it has a little hole in the plank, and it says "Free Glory Hole," just out in the open.
That's just weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
weird.
weird.
And I think it has like a little desk with a bottle of Vaseline next to it.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of,
it's either Coachella or Burning Man, one of the two. Same thing.
Wow.
Same thing. I do want to go to both of them though.
So Thanksgiving is tomorrow.
Thanksgiving is tomorrow, technically today because it's 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah. So, what do you have planned for Thanksgiving?
I am going to have Thanksgiving with my dad, and then going to have Thanksgiving with your family.
Yeah, you get to see how crazy my lunatic family is.
I met them once.
I mean, honestly, like, I love Thanksgiving because of the food and all that, but the hype for Thanksgiving gets so crazy. Like, a lot of people are going to be going Black Friday shopping.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's such a dangerous place to go with. Like, I mean, I've heard of people actually dying in Black Friday. That, to me, that's intense. Like, why can't it be like Canada, where like
nothing
they're just
happens.
so nice? Yeah,
they have like one crime a year.
Yeah,
and it's like a shoplifting.
Seriously,
and like they catch the person shoplifting and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry." They put it back.
They're just like
that's their run. That's their
just
one
like
crime.
walk in, eh? Go ahead, you after you, eh? Like
I'm also going to have Thanksgiving on Saturday.
Are you
with my grandparents and my mom?
Oh, that's cool.
So
I think a lot of people are going to be doing that.
2 meals this week. Well, three actually.
I think a lot of people are going to be doing that because, like, a lot of us are like older now, and we have all this stuff going on.
Weird schedules.
Yeah, so I think it just is going to work out that way where we have like different Thanksgivings with people.
So Thanksgiving Thursday, work Friday, Thanksgiving Saturday.
Yeah, but the sales are like intense this year. I've seen a lot of like big sales. I literally had probably over 100 people call me today at my job asking me what my sales were. So, so it's just like, I have a feeling it's going to be pretty intense, like an intense Friday. And I actually have to work on Black Friday all day and the whole rest of the weekend. I cannot imagine all this.
You're going to get slammed.
The longest I ever, like, I worked in a grocery store for Black Friday, and that was really crazy. But yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, come on, you got to think. Working in a grocery store, Black Friday.
That's crazy.
And Thanksgiving Day, it's more intense than you think. Like, we ran out of carts one time.
So, is Thanksgiving Day really, really busy?
Yes.
The last minute shoppers?
Oh, my gosh. I'm talking like $300 orders.
Why wait? I don't understand.
It's like
Get it
tonight.
done early.
It's like when we went to Walmart tonight. We went to Walmart like around, 2 or something like that? 2 or 3, something like that.
Well, we got an SD card. We
Yeah,
didn't get a turkey.
but get this. Did you see the 2 people in front of us?
Yes.
They had their carts packed. I'm talking to the top, like as if they never even went Thanksgiving shopping all the way up until. I mean, it was crazy.
Why wait?
I don't know, but like, why do your Thanksgiving shopping at 2 or 3 in the morning?
Like, get it done early as possible. Put whatever you need in the freezer to keep it fresh.
Like, most people are like making stuff like by that time, or like, what is that called? Marinating the turkey or things like that.
Yeah, it takes about 2 days to cook a turkey.
Yeah, and they're sitting there like just now buying this. Like, I can't imagine.
Because you got to well, you don't have to marinate it, but to make it good.
I mean, some people like to do that.
It's Thanksgiving. Make the turkey good. Marinate it.
I've never had a what is that called? A fried turkey.
Well,
I've heard it's very dangerous to fry a turkey.
First off, it's dangerous, and second off, it's dry and it's not really doesn't have all the taste is in the skin.
Have you tried it?
I've had fried turkey.
Yeah.
It's not like fried chicken.
The only thing I like about Thanksgiving is you have leftovers for days.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just set.
That's my favorite part about Thanksgiving. It's the leftovers.
Like, when I was a kid, I was just like, oh, okay, we're going to have leftovers. But now I'm like, oh my God, I have lunch for the next 3 days. Like, you know what I mean? That's like money saved.
More like the next week.
It's like being a millennial is just so hard.
Leftovers is my favorite thing.
Leftovers? It depends.
Because I don't have to buy food.
Basically.
Yeah.
But have you heard of anything recently other than Thanksgiving coming up?
Not about Thanksgiving. I don't know any news about Thanksgiving.
Well, besides
I do know news about Thanksgiving. People are going crazy about we shouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving because of the Native Americans being killed and stuff.
See, this is a touchy subject.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think I want to go into it.
Yeah, I don't want to divide our audiences about stuff like that.
Nope.
But eat a turkey. Have fun. Eat a turkey.
I mean,
you don't have to celebrate Thanksgiving, but you can celebrate being with family.
I mean, I have a coworker. I mean, he doesn't celebrate it, but he's like, but we're just gonna have dinner together. Mm-hmm. He's like, we don't really celebrate it as a holiday, but
finally got you into Master of None.
Oh, yes.
And Dev had Thanksgiving with his best friend's family every year. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing. His family didn't really celebrate Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
So, yeah, you finally watched all of it after months of telling you how good it was.
I know. Everybody kept telling me about Master of None, and I must say, if you guys have never watched anything about Aziz.
Now you're saying what I'm saying.
You I don't even know how to say his name that well.
Aziz Ansari?
Yeah. He's really good, actually. I mean, I knew about him and his humor, but I didn't really know. For one, I didn't know he had a show, and then when you were telling me about it, I don't know. I wasn't really too curious at the time, and now I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad I watched it.
Someone called me a white Aziz Ansari.
I can see it.
If anyone likes Post Malone, they will like this. Post Malone just released a new music video, for the famous song Rockstar.
Oh, he finally released a video.
He did have a music video for Rockstar, but wasn't that great, but he released another one.
Oh, cool.
With 21 Savage, and it had a Kill Bill vibe to it. And I have to admit, it was really, really good. If you want to see Post Malone slashing and slicing and dicing away with a sword on some enemies. Speaking
of slashing and slicing and dicing and all that, how about PlayerUnknown bringing up the whole, climbing things and stuff
climbing
like
and vaulting.
I was like, that's pretty cool.
And what is it?
But
parkour.
I feel like that's just gonna like enhance some people, because some people are getting so good at this game.
Oh my Lord!
Like, I mean, I had somebody headshot me out of nowhere. I did not even see anything coming. I mean, they just instantly, like within the first minute of the game.
Yeah, I was running along and all of a sudden I'm dead. No warning, I'm dead.
Yeah.
And it's headshot. They're trying to pinpoint hackers and stuff and get down to it, but I still think there's a lot of hackers in there. Because, like, there's no penetration on the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still people can shoot me through walls.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
I don't know.
They're adding a desert map.
Oh, I'm excited about that.
I'm really excited about that.
Are they doing night too?
They're doing night. They're doing a desert map, and I believe there's rumors about a zombie game mode.
I heard about that.
Which I don't know how that's going to be. I don't know if you are going to be a zombie and it's like zombies versus humans, or is it you're a human and there's zombies in the mix. It's just like Player Unknown, but with zombies in the mix. I don't know how that's going to be.
See, I don't know either.
It's like, I'm hoping it will be like Player Unknown, just the regular Player Unknown like we know and love, but with zombies in the mix. So if there's a zombie, you shoot at it, and then an enemy would know that you're there.
Yeah.
You know, something like that.
I mean, I'm just excited that they're doing like new stuff with this game because it's really drawing attention to a lot of people. Like, I mean, come on, Post Malone plays it.
Oh, he's going to stream it soon.
And a lot of people actually play it. I mean, I know that PewDiePie plays it.
Yep.
And things
he
like that.
won his first time playing.
I know. I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I say that like as if I'm surprised. But like PewDiePie, I mean, he's been around for so long and he's just stayed at it those games.
Every time we go over the bridge in Player Unknown.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Every time we go over the bridge, I was like, oh, it's the PewDiePie bridge.
Which is so crazy. But also, it was you that showed me this, but H3H3 on their podcast with Post Malone having that guy's video. What was his name again? Patricia or something like that?
Oh, Patrice Wilson?
Oh, Patrice.
Oh my good God. If you guys don't know about Patrice Wilson, he did Friday by Jack Black. Jack Black. It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Black.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning, guys. Rebecca Black.
Yeah.
He did the music video for that. He directed it and all that stuff. He did the rap part of it. He also directed these other 2 music videos, which has a weird, creepy vibe to it. And now he has a live stream counting down to December 1st.
See, I think this is
with
creepy.
H3 in the title. Oh, by the way, H3 made a video about Patrice Wilson, like 4 videos about him.
Yeah.
And got really viral. And the live stream has H3 in the title. And,
I just think this is creepy.
It's a countdown. It's a weird shower curtain moving around in the live stream. Him in the graveyard. Him walking to a house with ladders.
Like, what do you think it's going to be? Like, what do you think it's going to be about? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, first of all, if you already have this creepy, weird vibe to you, don't make a creepy, weird live stream. That just
like, do you think he's going to do
fire on the flame?
Do you think he's going to, like, tell him off? Or do you think he's going to, like...
I think... This is what I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a diss track, but a bad diss track.
Yeah,
like
I
it's
could
going to
see
be.
that.
It's like seeing Patrice Wilson. He looks like a nice guy, honestly. I believe it's going to be a really bad diss track.
I mean, it could be that, or he could just like feed right into it, and like just make it even more creepier just to get attention. You know what I mean?
Maybe you're right. Maybe he's going the creepy route.
I mean, it's
because
just
people expect the creepiness from him, so he's gonna have creepy stuff.
So I know I just randomly thought of this, but like, and it's not like really trending, but I don't know if you heard about it, but I saw this video. There's a couple of clips on Twitter of people going and throwing basketballs. Oh, excuse me. Throwing basketballs in hoops of random people in their neighborhoods. Like, literally, they just drive up to a house. They jump out of the car with a basketball.
Random
and they
houses?
Yeah, and they go and, like, shoot hoops.
So when you go around these suburban homes with, like, the basketball hoops, and
yes.
They do that?
They just go up to them, and they, like, sometimes they can just, like, do one shot and then go, or they can do it several times. But they have to make the basket. And what happened, how it got very trendy and viral and all that, was a professional basketball player did it. Mm-hmm. Like, at first it was just like a couple of people, but then the basketball player, I don't really know who it was. I'm not really into basketball, so it's not really a big thing to me. But I just saw it. It was one of the biggest basketball players, and he went up and done it, and it just became a thing. I mean, there was even people that got chased off. I mean, it got really kind of, it was huge at the time.
Why would you put this basketball in my hoop? How dare you?
It was just so funny. Like, I liked watching it because it went to like different houses, and I was like, oh my God.
Out of everything that'll get you mad, why would that get you mad?
I don't know. I mean, there's so many challenges now that are like so silly.
The one chip
like,
challenge?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
my Lord.
That. But the thing is, sorry, go ahead.
If you guys don't know what the one chip challenge is, you get this one chip, which is like $80-something, one potato chip, which is the hottest pepper in the world, and it comes in like a coffin case, and you open it, and you eat it, and it's like super duper hot.
Yeah. But there's like a lot of challenges out there, and I just thought that one was kind of funny because I was like, it's just a basketball hoop. You know? And I mean, I don't know, like the internet has gotten so crazy now. A lot of the YouTubers recently have just become more, what's the word I'm looking for? They've gotten really social, like with Good Mythical Morning having like 4 episodes now. Well, I say 4 episodes, but it's 1 episode, 4 videos, I think, right? Like 4 or 5 videos?
Yeah, yeah, they're coming out with so you watch the video with the green thumbnail first, and then it goes to like 4 other videos, which a lot of people don't like that, but they had a good explanation about that. They're like,
I mean, I like it.
I personally like it. It took me a few
Me too.
episodes to understand it, but the way they explain it, it's like, so whenever you're looking up stuff, like for example, you're looking up the Conan show, like Conan, you're not looking at the whole entire episode. You're looking at Conan sings this with Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Or Conan does this, or this and that. So it's like segments and chunks and stuff. So that's what GMM is doing. Rhett and Link, they're doing these segment videos, and they're very shareable and bite-sized.
It gives, honestly, it gets right to the juicy parts.
Yeah.
And
so if you don't want to watch this, if you don't want to watch Rhett and Link singing something about something, you can skip it. If you don't like their singing stuff, skip it.
And then on top of that, like, I feel like that gets their viewer count up a little more because
they're sharing.
Shareable. Yeah, like you said, they're shareable.
We should do that.
Because like Ellen does that, so does Jimmy Fallon. You know, Conan does it, things like that. And it's just segments. You know what I mean? Like, even if you just want to see the interview part, you can see the interview part.
H3 does that with their H3 podcast highlights. If you go on the H3 podcast, you get their full episodes. But if you go on the H3 highlights, which is their own channel, you get Post Malone discuss Lil Peep's death.
Yeah.
Or iDubbbz discuss, I don't know, something.
Yeah.
The origin of his name. You know, you get little segments of the podcast.
I think it's so funny though, and I know I keep bringing this up, but it just amazes me that like people like Ellen, Jimmy Fallon, all them, that they've gotten to be where they've gotten on YouTube now. Like, like I say that in a weird way, but like they took over TV, and that's just what they are. You know what I mean? They're TV stars and things like that. But like for them to now like put their stuff mainly on YouTube, it makes it easier in a way because like when we look up stuff about like, oh, this part on Jimmy Fallon, it's not just from some random YouTube site. It's actually from Jimmy Fallon's crew that posted this. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's just like, to me, I feel like you guys already have like your money and fame going from that spot. You need to leave this a little bit to the YouTubers. Also, speaking of YouTubers, I recently heard he's gotten really popular on YouTube. He does really stupid videos. I don't remember his name, but he talked about being demonetized a lot.
Philip DeFranco?
No, not Philip DeFranco. He's got blonde hair. He does really stupid videos.
PewDiePie?
No. He's new. he's very new.
Okay.
He just became like viral. He's been on the YouTube front page for a while, a couple of times. But he posted about it.
Gus.
Yes.
Gus. My boy Gus.
And he's gotten really big now. And he said that, you know, he doesn't want to seem like he's just gotten big and like, you know, popular and that he's wanting to complain about it. It's not like that. But I do see what he's saying because a lot of YouTubers have brought this up about being demonetized.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you've even had it happen to you, right?
I don't want to talk about it. It makes me
But
kind of mad. Like, okay, I'm going to talk about it, even though I don't want to talk about it. The thing is, like, I don't make any money
yeah,
off of my YouTube videos. I, on a good month, I make like 30, 40 cents.
yeah.
But it adds up over time.
Mm-hmm.
The way YouTube works is that you don't get that money. If I make 40 cents, I can't take it out.
Yeah.
I have to make at least $100 before I take it out and extract it. Withdraw. That's the right word. Withdraw it. So I make like 40, 50 cents, maybe $1 a month. It adds up. But all of my videos are demonetized. Well, not all.
Okay.
Maybe like 80%. And they're literally... It doesn't make any sense because I don't. First of all, I don't cuss in my videos. I don't have any sort of nudity in my videos.
Yeah.
I consider it family friendly. Honestly, I know it's stupid, but it's not like I don't have any. I don't.
Like if you played it on a TV in front of a whole family, it would be suitable.
Yeah, it's. I don't even insinuate certain things. I just act stupid.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you just do reviews. I mean.
Yeah, I don't see it being non-advertisement friendly. So that really messes me up because I don't make a lot and now I'll make zero.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
But,
I think a lot of YouTubers right now are really mad about that.
yeah.
And Gus made a point of the reason why they get mad is because they'll go through the whole process of posting the video. And then now they got to go through the whole process of, the thing that really pointed out to me was when he said that his video got demonetized one time. And then he went and sent a thing to YouTube saying, hey, please rethink this. Cause you can actually get in touch with someone from YouTube and they'll look over it, review it. Like somebody actually sits down and watches your video and views it and goes, okay, we're going to take it off of being demonetized. Well, then he said that it happened again. Like that same video got demonetized again.
I don't understand.
Like got, redone. And it just really made him mad. He's like, I took so much time into putting this video up. And now I have to go through a whole process of getting it reviewed and all this is. Well, but I so see that.
Some people, YouTube is their job.
Yeah.
So you're taking away money. Like these big YouTubers had to put up Patreons and stuff because they aren't getting money from YouTube.
He talked about that too.
They have to rely on merch alone.
It sucks, yeah. And especially like he picked up merch, like where you can buy his shirts now. And he was talking about Patreon and everything like that. And to me, like people say, and he confronted this topic a lot. He was like, he's like, a lot of people tell me, well, if it's affecting you this bad, why don't you just quit your job? Like, why don't you just go out and get a real job? And here's the thing. Okay.
You go ahead.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Being a YouTuber doesn't excuse you from, being considered as a real like profession. Here's the thing. You don't look at somebody and tell somebody that what they like to do as their job, tell them just to stop doing it. I mean, say if I liked, I don't know, which I don't like this, but say that I like working at a grocery store. You're not going to tell me, hey, stop working at a grocery store. I know you don't like it, but you're not really doing much and it's really affecting you. Just, stop. No, you're not going to tell somebody that. And you don't go around telling people to like quit. You just don't do that. Like people don't do that. And if someone quit for every little thing, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have much of anything. I mean, we have to have entertainers, and these are the people that are entertaining us. And honestly, like I support somebody actually doing something they like to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
YouTube is harder than a real job.
It is.
Quote unquote real job.
Yeah. No, I mean, I do consider it as a big profession. I mean, I heard about Keemstar. You remember me talking to you about this, right?
Keemy boy, yeah.
Yeah, him putting stuff about how he had been working like several different jobs and done all this mess, and then this popped up and started working for him, so then he kept it going and he quit his other jobs and he started keeping this full time. And honestly, like he has a right to feel good about himself. I mean, am I going to go around telling people like on, Facebook or whatever and just telling them off? Like, no, because like they're my viewers, you know what I mean? I'm not going to do that to them. I consider people's opinions very important. It's what makes us be able to do our jobs every day. I mean, this podcast wouldn't go any further if we didn't care about what our viewers thought. I mean, they're a part of us. So, but yeah. I mean, overall, I feel bad for a lot of the YouTubers right now going through battles of all this. Also, quick before we go, I have seen some stuff. Okay, I don't want to say seen some stuff. I heard a song the other day on the radio, and it was the sound of Linkin Park, of Chester. And I was like, what? Who sings this song? Right? I couldn't figure it out. I was like, who sings this song? It sounds really nice. It sounds kind of depressing a little bit in a way. But who sings it? It sounds just like Linkin Park. But I know they don't have any songs out because, I mean, he, passed away. It was him.
Chester?
Yes, it was him.
Like unreleased stuff?
Yes. They put out one last song. I guess it had been pre-recorded. Maybe it was going to go on the album, something like that. But I do know that it was very hard for them to put this song out, but they wanted something to go like as a goodbye type thing for him. And it's a good song. It's really sad. Like when you hear it, you can tell in that song that it really represented him in a way. But a lot of it also represented of, hey, there's a way out. You know what I mean? But it was just really sad. I mean, I don't know if you've heard it yet.
No, I haven't.
Well, if you should look it up. It's really good.
I really want to because
there's a music video about it. I mean, it really shows him singing it and everything.
I wasn't a huge Linkin Park fan, but I did listen to him.
I actually wasn't a big Linkin Park fan, but my parents were. And so we listened to him all the time. It was sad to see him go. A lot of like very great, talented people seem to be going through a lot more than we think they are. And before we go, I do want to say, a lot has been going on in the world this year. A lot of suicides. I know that Logic released an album, and it's the suicide hotline number. We'll probably post links below, maybe, like, telling the number. But, like, if you guys are ever feeling like, you feel depressed or down or low or any time of moment, believe it, we all go through it. I know that it's harder than it seems, but do get help. People care about you. And, I mean, sometimes we just need to lift each other up.
You can talk to us if you want to.
Yeah. Just direct us, direct message us. We're always here. But don't ever go like unheard, because you are important and we want a space for you, especially on Beautifully Nasty.
Yeah, Beautifully Nasty.
But other than that, trending topics, things that are going to be going on from now on, we're going to have one video a week that's going to be something off the wall, crazy, maybe a little different, who knows. And then we're going to have our second video, which we'll always talk about what's happening now. Beautifully now. The trending topics of
really
this week.
Excited about that.
Me too. I think it's really going to help you guys get to know us and what we're interested in, because we're not going to just talk about like, politics or anything like that. I mean, we may every now and again or something like that.
We're not going to go too much into it. We're just going to, if we do have something political to say, we're just going to say what's happening, and we won't give much of our opinion about it.
Yeah.
We'll just say, oh, this is happening.
Yeah, like this is what's going on.
Yeah.
It's definitely not going to be anything crazy, like boring or nothing like that. I mean, we're just trying to give you a gist of what's going to happen from now on. Like today, it's going to be more researched thoroughly. And on top of that, it's going to be a lot of trending stuff that you guys are into, that we're into. So it's not like we're going to try to snare you wrong.
Movies, games.
We want to hear more from you guys, and we want to show you guys what we see is important in our day and age. So, yeah, this is what's going to happen with Beautifully Nasty. But for now, we're going to sign off here. And we'll talk to you guys again next week.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.